All right, beginning drama actors. You have a new week of assignments in Google Classroom for you. I'm going to go over real quick what it looks like. It's a little more simple than last week. And I hope that means you take a little bit more time with what you have. That's not to say stuff is harder this week, but the first thing you'll see is select a monologue for performance. So I have made the decision at this point to alter your next performance assignment from the one act, which is what it was going to be, into a dramatic monologue of your choosing. Now, you got to pick a monologue earlier in the year, first or second quarter, and this is going to be required that it's dramatic. No comedic monologues here, all dramatic monologues. So the difference is now you have the whole internet as your catalog, right? You can look through any number of monologue sites. You can find some of those are really quality. Some of those are, so hopefully you'll find the difference in both. There's a couple parameters you want to keep in mind when choosing a monologue. One, it has to be at least 3 paragraphs. Basically what you're shooting for is a 2-minute or longer monologue. So if your monologue comes in at a minute, it's too short. If it comes in at 10 minutes, it's too long. It needs to be at least 2 minutes. It can be up to 5 minutes and sort of in that ballpark, that's fine. But anything less than 3 paragraphs is going to be really hard to make into a 2-minute monologue. Even a 3-paragraph monologue is going to be hard to stretch into 2 minutes. So you're going to select those this week. You're going to upload as a PDF or a Word doc, whatever you find. You are welcome to write your own. If you're that kind of creative, go for it. If you write your own, be ready for me to give you some notes or critiques and sort of just help you shape it a little bit so that you have a good, solid script and set yourself up for success when you have to eventually perform that monologue. But yeah, 3 paragraphs, which is about a 2-minute length, is what you're shooting for. So when you're reading through these monologues, read through them as close to in character as you can. Obviously, your cold reading is not going to be perfectly in character, but if you know it's a slower paced dialogue, read it in the slower pace and just sort of check your phone or set a little timer, see how long you get to when you're reading. And if you're at a minute and a minute and a minute and you try it 3 times, it's just not long enough. It's not long enough. Move on to the next one. All right, and secondly, it's got to be brain appropriate content. My goal here is that if we're still in distance learning format when these are performed, you will record your performance. We will share those performances not just with me but with the whole class, just like we would if we were all sitting around watching you perform. So brain appropriate content. You're gonna find all kinds of stuff on the internet. Obviously, steer clear of anything you wouldn't be able to perform on stage at school. And then a 2-minute length. That's your select a monologue for performance. All you have to do is turn in a selection to get credit for that assignment. So that's a pretty easy one. You have a new theater history response assignment on here. Last week, you learned about No theater, which is a Japanese form of theater. Cool stuff there. You're on to post-Roman theater. This particular video that you're going to watch, it details how Christianity played a vital role in resurrecting theater. Without Christianity, without some specific figures in Christianity, we probably wouldn't have theater as we know it today. And you're going to see from informative video how that came to be. Watch the video, respond to the questions. If you need to pause, rewind, watch it more than once to get all those answers right. They should all be right there for you if you're paying attention. Lastly is a very simple sort of open-ended question. What genre do you prefer so far? Most actors, in my experience, as a teacher and being involved in stage acting, most actors have a preference. They either like comedy or they like drama. Most people don't love one as much as the other. So I just want you to answer which one do you like more and why. And then you're going to obviously keep that 4-sentence minimum, which is what I look for on all your written responses. Those are your assignments for the week. So I hope you have fun reading through some monologues and making a selection. Once I have okayed your selection for length and content, that's it. No changing your mind. You're committing to that selection. So take your time. That's not due until Friday. So you're going to take your time in picking that monologue. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and staying in, washing your hands. And yeah, hang in there. I can't wait to see you back in class sooner rather than later, hopefully, whenever that's possible.